a.m. and felt the usual rush of thoughts and feelings, but this time I felt strangely calm too. I realized that although I had these thoughts and feelings, I had not properly woke up and had not had time to question and fight them. Then it hit me.
Okay, so I recorded that because I got like a basic anxiety thing that happened to me because I did this neurofeedback and I did tension on purpose, and then I wanted to stop doing the tension, but trying to control the feelings within the feelings doesn't work. And so I knew that other people had this, but I always felt very alone because no one ever got it in the same way that I did. But others just have their thoughts create their feelings, but the thing is, once they get their feelings, whether it be hateful or whether it be fear or whatever it is, once they get those feelings, they try to control those feelings within the feelings themselves, and they don't try to, even though initially it was the thoughts that created the feelings, right? They don't control the feelings with the thoughts, and the thoughts are the only thing that can control the feelings, which is something amazing. It seems simple because I told you that, but it's really difficult to figure out, especially when you're real stuck in that fucking hell of getting stuck in your own attention stuff.
Then it hit me real hard and I wrote this statement down, and that was, feeling a certain way does not make me struggle and suffer. It is not wanting to feel a certain way that does. That morning I woke and felt calmer. I still had these thoughts and feelings, but for once wasted no energy trying to make things right or question it. I just got on with what I was doing. The symptoms sort of separated from me instead of being me, like in the past. I read somewhere once that if you want people's acceptance, you will be forever searching for it. You will never be satisfied and will waste so much energy trying to get it at a massive cost to you and your health, and the ones who don't look for it are the ones that waste no time searching, but ultimately get it. This was the same with me. It was my constant search not to suffer this way that was draining me and causing me pain. Whilst I carried on looking for a cure, I would never be satisfied. Not only that, but I was telling myself I was broken, that I needed fixing. I did not. I just needed to step out of my own way and let my mind and body do that.
So
When
the
I wrote
Paul
my book,
David
At Last a Life, I never used
at
phrases like
Last
eliminate
Alive.
or battle. I just tried to explain to people why they felt the way they did so that they had some peace and understanding, so that they could see the lie behind it, realize it is harmless, how a lot is self-created, and that there is no outside force doing this. I want people to let it go and get on with their life. There really is no battle to be had here. It pains me to see people say, I have been battling my anxiety for 6 years now and I will continue to do so. This is the exact reason they are stuck in the loop, because they are battling it. They are trying to control or
that's
eliminate
key.
it. They will wake, feel the same way, battle, go to bed, and the whole process starts again the day after, hoping this is finally the day they figure it out and it's all behind them. I know, as that was me also. It also pains me to read when people say, last week was bad, but yesterday was good, but today not so good. I feel like shouting, it does not matter. Please don't have a daily post-mortem and track how you feel, getting giddy when you feel good and down when you feel bad. Again, they are stuck because they are constantly battling not to feel this way, and the loop continues.
Yes.
Again, I was the same. I thought I
That's
should not
correct.
feel this way, and if I did, it needed fixing. Going from one thing to another, therapist after therapist, book after book, all because in my mind I had not to feel this way. Whilst we are at war with ourselves, we will always stay in the loop. So again, feeling this way does not bring continued suffering. That comes from not wanting to feel this way. That's where all the worry comes from, the anxiety, the going over and over. The feelings themselves don't bring all this on. After 10 years of searching, I never did find that miracle cure, book, therapist. What happened was that I still had these feelings, but my relationship with them changed. I stepped out of my own way
Anyways,
and
I
let my
probably
mind and body do
overdid
the
that.
rest.
I think he's finished with every. Oh yeah, yeah. I overdid that. Let's move on to the next.
1. Start. Get a sense of the exterior. Relax within. Get your thoughts on the present moment. 2. Stop. Stop trying to fight feeling of the tension. Stop thinking about yourself. Notice and believe that you are already out of it at this point. 3. Continue. To maintain these new relaxed thoughts and automatic emotions they create by beginning to think about ever action just in front of doing the actual action. Then also do something physically active in this frame of mind. Keep your relaxed emotions on the exterior by not thinking about yourself. All thoughts and fears about controlling the tension are in the far distant past now. Thoughts are now only about what to do, about what is right in front of your face, about how you feel about these things, about others, and about etc., so on, and so forth. P.S. A technique that works if you are desperate is that you can also start going for the greatest happiness for the greatest number. Article 4 of 4. He understands that the feeling is simply the creation of your own fear or fight of the feeling. Obsessively trying to fight the feeling you
Here's another
dislike creates
thing
and continues
about
it. The
somebody
feeling is
that
the fear of the feeling, or at
agrees
least
it.
from compulsive thinking of the feeling
Let
even
me,
while you do other
I
things
don't
at the
want
same
to.
time.
This is very important, okay? For stopping at least my form of anxiety and most people's forms of anxiety, this is the most important thing. The other thing is getting a sense of your exterior, and when you get that sense of your exterior, then you believe that you're out of it because you are out of it. But I mean, really, this is even better, honestly.
Obsessively trying to fight the feeling you dislike creates and continues it. The feeling is the fear of the feeling, or at least from compulsive thinking of the feeling even while you do other things at the same time. It comes from nothing but the creation of its own self. It's really like a glorified distraction. It can act like a horrible headache in the sense of how it is a distraction, but it's even worse. It's close to the feeling of fear, but it's not really that either. It's an internal tension, anxiety, and it can only be created from the fear of the specific feeling, then compulsive tensing and really feeling the tension the whole time. Basically, instead of thinking, it's like constantly clenching your jaw and squinting your eyes hard. You see, if I never had the feeling, I would not have known it existed. But now you fear this feeling. It's so real that it blocks your ability to think, your ability to talk, your ability to control your body, and is painful in of itself. That's some real hell. The fear of that feeling or the fighting against the feeling is what creates the feeling. So finally the answer is, don't fear it so you don't get it. Then don't fight it if you do feel it. If you don't fight it and don't fear it, it will automatically go away when you move on to other thoughts. If it's still there, it's because you are fighting it or focusing on it without even realizing it. Move on and distract yourself into the concentration on other thoughts. Be in the moment. Sense your body and the exterior environment. Feel it too. Anxiety is good for nothing. It happens because you believe in it, you fear it, and try to fight it. Don't fight or fear it, and it will be gone automatically when it turns into normal emotions that are controlled by your regular imaginative thoughts. Just don't try to think with the tension. Normal thoughts happen automatically, and so do the emotions that the thoughts control. Those normal thoughts will create your relaxed emotional feelings. It's just thought control. Stay positive and confident, and you will be all good. Trying to control your feelings within the feelings themselves is what creates the anxiety or tension feeling, aka don't fight the feelings, or you will be back to square one trying to do techniques to stop the anxiety and so on.